To be successful, you need to know yourself. Hi, I'm Anne Jean Pierre, and I am the host of Godly Business Podcast. And today I wanted to talk about the concept of knowing thyself and how by knowing yourself, you are setting up yourself for success whenever you start your business. And if you already started your business, how knowing yourself will help you to structure the right steps to be successful in your business. So the first thing I want to talk about is oftentimes we hear in the media, on social media, on, quote unquote gurus, they talk about the why of your business. And for me, in order for you to understand the why of your business, you first have to understand who you are as a person. You have to really delve into your personality, your biases, how you move about around the world, and what is important to you. And why I bring that up is, first, knowing yourself helps you to determine what business you want to start. And that is very important because one of the things I see, especially with millennials and now Gen Zers, is that there's a tendency to jump onto whatever is trendy, whatever the trend is to start a business. Therefore, that's what they want to do, right? And then one of the things that, of course, you end up running into is finding out, okay, this particular business is not for me. But had that person taken the time to reflect and figure out, okay, what are the things about this business that attracts me to this business? Of course, the first thing I think most people focus on is the money aspect. Like, how much money can I make in this business? Which, of course, if you are going into a business, that is something you definitely need to take into consideration. Like, where's the money coming from? Absolutely. However, by focusing so much on the money, you don't focus on other aspects of the business that you need to take into consideration. Like, for example, what niche of this business makes sense for you? Let's say you want to start a franchise of, sandwiches. And in your mind, you're calculating like, hey, I can make, $500,000 for the year. This will be great. I'm going to jump into this franchise and invest and get into it. The things that you don't account for is that now you have to deal with certain personalities when it comes to employees. If somebody doesn't show up, does that mean you have to step in and show up? If for whatever reason, like for example, during the pandemic, you shut down, how is that going to affect you? All of those things that I think we don't consider in the daily operation of the business. Do you like facing customers day in and day out? Do their especially in retail, the quote unquote concept of the Karens of the world that you have to deal with potentially on a daily basis, depending on the business that you are in. Is that something that you really want to deal with? So knowing yourself will help you to figure out, okay, is this the business that's for me? And within that business, which niche is my niche? Like, which niche that I need to go into within this business? For example, I know a lot of young women in my community who decided they wanted to be nurses because of the money and quickly realized the toll that it takes on them physically and emotionally. But the focus was on the money. But after getting into nursing, now they are within the nursing field trying to figure out other niches that works better for the things that they want in their lifestyle, which is great. And I'm glad that a lot of them were able to pivot and still work in the nursing field, but maybe become a travel nurse, or some become nurses at schools, like elementary schools, a friend of mine, nurses that works for insurance companies, and literally had to pivot because they realized what they signed up for is not all what they thought it would be. So this is why I said the first thing in starting your business is very, very important to know yourself. And then when you're picking the niche that you're going to, you'll have to take into consideration the type of person you are. Will this work for you? And then narrow the niche down to, okay, consider the type of customers you will have to face. Are your customers going to be different personalities that triggers you? Certain personality type in certain field that you are going to encounter are going to be very, very opposite to you. And is that something that you can deal with? Now, keep in mind, I'm not advocating that you should avoid different personalities and should only work with people that have similar mindset as you. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is understand the field that you're going to, the type of personality that you're going to encounter, and if this is the daily, if this is the type of people that you want to encounter every single day, and how that will potentially burn you out because these are not your quote unquote your people, and the fact that you don't blend with them, you clash with them, and they trigger you. So you are going to get burned out very, very fast. So that is one of the first thing I think you should consider, is that and knowing yourself, it helps you to figure out which business you're going into. The second part is knowing yourself helps you to properly structure your business. I'm going to say that again. Knowing yourself helps you to properly structure your business. Similarly to what I talked about earlier on, how knowing yourself helps you to pick the right business and niche, and therefore will determine what kind of customers that you're going to encounter on a daily basis. The structure of your business is also important. When most of us were young, one of the things they always asked you was, what do you want to be when you grow up? Right? And most of us would just say whatever, I want to be a teacher, I want to be a business owner, I want to be an attorney, whatever. But now you hear more people saying, you should focus on the why. Why do you want to be a teacher? Why do you want to be an attorney? And things like that, which is great because it's delving in a little bit more into your reasoning and your mindset behind the why. And oftentimes you find that you wanted to be an attorney because you thought, hey, this is, how people make money. It comes with a prestige and things like that. And I do like the fact that now more people are asking the why. The other question that I would like to bring up, and that I wish I asked myself when I was younger, even before going to college, is the how. How do I want to live my life? By asking that question, I believe a lot of us will rule out so many things as options off the table. What do I mean by that? You have a lot of people who say, hey, I want to become a teacher so that I can have summers off, so I can travel, right? So you get the why is to have summers off and traveling. But is that the only option that would give you the time off to travel? Did you take the time to get to know yourself, to realize how much, especially nowadays, right, the stress of teaching and summers off, you're not getting paid during the summers. Most teachers don't get paid during the summers. How does that affect your financial outlook? So that's one thing that I think that I've realized in speaking with my friends, that's something they didn't consider. They just thought, hey, I want to be a teacher so I can have summers off. But have we thought about how we want to structure our life, how we want to structure our businesses, maybe there would be other things that we would consider. For example, for those of us who are self-employed, meaning you are a solopreneur, right? It's just you. You're not here, the business is not running. How do you structure your business to where when you step away, it is still working, it is still making you money, right? Because when you step away as a business owner and the money shuts down, you are in a huge, you put yourself in a huge risk, right? You are pretty much a W-2 employee without the benefits of the W-2 employee, right? Why I say that is because if one of the things in starting your business was to have freedom, define freedom. Are you talking about the freedom to make the choices that you want in your business? Or are you talking about the freedom of time? Because a lot of time becoming self-employed, you now switch the 8 to 5 to 8 to 12 a.m., right? And of course, a lot of us, when we start our business, we have to structure, when you're starting, you have to put a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of effort into your business. So I'm not talking about the beginning stages, the struggles and the foundation that you have to build. I'm not talking about that season of your business. However, going into the season of your business and starting, you should have a time frame, a mind goal, a structure to going into the business, how you can now replace yourself in order for you to grow your business even more. So if you are in business and you cannot replace yourself, is this the business you want to go into? Because God forbid something happens to you, thus now the money dries up. So knowing yourself helps you to structure the business in a way that makes sense for you. If you have young kids, or toddlers, if you're a single mom, or if you, like to travel, how do you want to structure your business? How do you want to live your life? And thinking of those questions and knowing yourself and knowing what those things are important to you will help you to structure your business in a way that benefits and directs your life plans, your business goals, your business structure, to where maybe in the first year you can't step away, but you are working toward a goal of within year 2 or 3, I need to replace myself. And you already going into your business with the mindset, okay, I don't plan on being this for the rest of my life or of the business life. I want to structure it in such a way that I am going to be able to do all of the things that I need to do. So that is the second thing that is really important in knowing yourself, because knowing yourself will help you to pick the right and the correct structure for your business. The other thing I wanted to talk about as far as knowing yourself, it helps you, I touched on it a little bit earlier, but it helps you to know and understand the why of your business. Now, there's like hundreds of videos on YouTube, probably on, understanding the why of your business and things like that. The reason why I'm bringing this up is to have a slightly different perspective on the why of your business. Once you understand the why of your business, it will allow you to pitch yourself better. It will allow you to articulate what it is that your business do differently than your competitors. It will allow you to really speak to what your business brings to the marketplace, what makes you and therefore your business different from the competitors. The more you understand who you are, the more you understand why you went into that business, the more you understand the structure of your business, the better it will be to speak and translate that back to your customers and allow them to understand who you are and why they should be doing business with you. So, knowing yourself helps you to pick out the correct business for yourself, therefore the right niche, therefore the right customer. Knowing yourself helps you to structure your business in a way that makes sense for you, your lifestyle, your goals, and hopefully can help you step away from that treadmill of being self-employed and being stuck in that light. Because I highly doubt that most of us want to stay in the pit of the solopreneurship. I do believe that eventually most business owners want to get to a point where they want to replace themselves and want to create a team to replace themselves. And if that's not your goal, I highly suggest you take a time to think about why this is not your goal. And if the answer makes sense to you, then great. But the point of this episode of this podcast is to really delve in, to take the time to think from a different perspective why it is that we do what we do and how we may have to think differently about the way we run our businesses. And then, like I said, last, it helps you to really understand the why, which helps you to pitch your business better, helps grow your business better, and help you to get to the goal that you need to go. So I hope this was helpful. I will leave you with where's the passage? Sorry, I lost the page where I had the passage, but the gist of the verse that I wanted to share with you today was found in Proverbs, and what it was getting into was to be prudent, and that the prudent person is wise and that they seek understanding. And I wanted to leave this passage and think about it throughout the week on how to get wisdom and learn. By learning yourself, you will have a better understanding of who you are and take that understanding and apply it onto what makes sense for your business to be successful, what makes sense for your life, what makes sense for yourself, and the lifestyle that you want to live in order for you to grow, become successful, and frankly, not get burned out because your structure is not allowing you time to rest. The business niche and customers that you are facing are, not what you thought it would be. So I pray that you will ask God for insight, ask God for instruction, ask God to teach you and counsel you on how to properly grow your business, how to properly structure your business to give you the true freedom that you were looking for, and hopefully start to love your business again, right? And not be so burned out and resentful. So thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this episode. I pray that you have a great week. God bless. We'll talk next time.